Hello and welcome. My name's Emily Baker. I'm a spiritual medium and psychic artist. Today I'm going to be going through my monthly picking a card for my Perceptionary cards and seeing what we bring up for the month of August 2022. So I hope you can stay with me and join me. I'm just going to give these cards a little bit of a shuffle. So I'm doing it that way. Hopefully that you've all had a lovely June and July. So let's have a look to see what August holds for us. Just picking one randomly so I can't see, just to show you. Okay, I just picked one randomly. Now what has occurred, and it's not a surprise, that I've chosen, in the past I've chosen a card that I've chosen before for another month. So, I don't remember all of the cards that I've chosen, so bear in mind there's 49 of them. So shall we have a look to see what we've got? Oh, okay, quite interesting. Oh, okay. Wow, that looks... Okay, I don't know if you can see that. For me, it just suddenly looked a little bit three-dimensional. That looks like a face of a person there. That looks like a little mouse poking its head out from somewhere. Okay. Don't know why, that just reminds me of a gorilla with its arm out. Weirdly. Don't know. So what I'm doing here, so I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, and it does, this bit feels very three-dimensional today, which is wonderful. Right, okay, so this is for the month of August. So August, as we know, it's still summertime here in the UK, so if you're watching this somewhere else in the world, very sorry, we're still having a summer, supposedly. We'll see. Okay, right, okay, and there's this lovely freshness down here, okay. Not sure about that way. Quite like it either that way or that way. In fact, I'm going to go this way. The simple reason is I've just suddenly seen like a Crocodile Dundee hat here, and I thought, oh, okay, oversized Crocodile Dundee hat, fantastic, which actually just sums up all of August, because August can be one of those months where everything is kind of either blown out of proportion or that you're bored out of proportion because if you're off school, or things can be just kind of exaggerated just that little bit more. Some holidays are always fantastic, and when we actually are on them, we're not always thinking that they are that fantastic. So there's that little bit to them. We remember them with great fondness. The way that I use these cards, I'm going to look at the colours as well as what I'm picking up to see, that looks like a vessel. Right, okay, that's going to be quite important, I feel. Okay, let's go for the colours first of all. Purples. Purples for me is about spirituality. Now, spirituality doesn't necessarily mean you connecting to a higher being, whatever that being may be, whether that be God or Jesus or Muhammad or Buddha or whatever. But don't forget that you're actually spirit as well. All right, so don't forget that bit. So it's actually about you reconnecting with yourself. And June, July is definitely been months where we've almost unconnected from ourselves and deconnected, and August is that month of reconnecting. Blue for me is about communications as well as emotions. Now I say this as well as emotions because we've got this vessel here coming up. Now this vessel is that vessel of the untapped emotions, all of that stuff. Just pouring it all in. Just pour it all in and be fine, it'll be fine. And then we'll put a stopper on it and we'll come back to that at a later date. Look out for that. If that is what you are doing with your emotions, please look out for it, because that's the last thing that you're wanting to do is to put a stopper on it. It's open for a reason. Okay, it's open for a reason. Now, this green here, for me, that's not about healing per se. It's more about learning. So I feel as though we've got a bit of learning to do for the month of August. You may not like it. And I feel as though the communication is going to be up for it. So yes, do look out for that. Again, we're going to have communication going along with the learning and development. It's going to be not necessarily light either. Now, the reason why I say that, sorry, excuse me for scratching my eye, is if you see this, That to me looks like a person working hard along with that person, putting their back into it. So we're going to be needing to put our back into this learning, putting our back into whatever it is that we're wanting to try to get achieved, and that's what that's going to be. We're also going to be pushed along. So even if you didn't want to put your back into it and you didn't want to kind of get on with it, August is going to be quite a sticky month. But we're going to be helped with these lovely elephant, or what I would like to say, mammoth tusks coming along. And they're just kind of going, oh, do you need a little helping hand? Let me just shove you on your way. Right, so we don't argue with a mammoth, do we really? You know, it's one of those things. Here I can see a gentleman's face, or a person's face, if you like. So I feel as though people are going to be very connected into all of this. So we're not going to be doing this by ourselves. This is going to be a group thing. And if another way of looking at it, actually, if I just chop it off there, looking at it, I can see bathers. These could be actual bathers going into the water and gaining what they need from the water, that communication, those emotions. Now, you know, when we communicate, we sometimes need to convey our emotions. Now, there's some people in this world who find that very hard, and we sometimes see them as being very monotoned and, you know, not much infliction. By infliction, I mean ups, downs, surprised, shocked, sad, depressed, all of those kind of things. So I feel as though those are going to actually be called upon as well. So listen. Communicating isn't just about you talking. It's about listening. Okay? It's a listening about those around you. What's influencing me? What's not influencing me? What is it that I'm picking up? Now, the other important thing to do in all of this is that you have to decipher that information, don't we? And that's where your intuition comes in. And this is where the parts of the emotion and the intuition come in as well. Now, it's going to be quite strongly needed, hence why the spirituality bit comes in, because that's where some of our intuition is also, okay? So we're going to need to be calling upon that to draw it all in, to bring it all together so that we have kind of got a clearer path, keeping focused to what we need to do, not perhaps what we'd like to happen. You know, a lot of us would love to win the lottery. Some of us will not win the lottery because there's only so many winners. Okay, so I'm going to turn the card around and just see. It's quite amazing to see that it feels very, this section feels very three-dimensional. Anyway, let's turn it up this way around because I want to talk about these colours and my fingers were hiding them, so sorry. But here, this is where the intuition is, okay? It's there. We've got the green, that learning, that understanding, that communication with the blue, and we've got also the emotions. Then we've got the purple for the spirituality. It's all going on in August. August can be one of those months where things are still passionate, if you like, from June. There's summer heat, or it can be quiet and lazy and laid back, and people are kind of going, you know what, I've had enough, need a break, I'm on holiday, thank you very much. So this can be one of two things. Now, in August, shops are still open, we're still going to need workers and things like that. But I feel as though there's an undercurrent to all of this. Let me just turn it back this way. There's an undercurrent. August is going to have this lovely undercurrent, and I'm not too sure what it is, to be honest. All I know is, and if I turn this card around like so, you might be able to see a feature there which looks like one of those ninja warriors. That's what I'm looking for. Ninja warriors, where you can only see the slit of the eyes and you can't see anything else coming out at you. So look out for that. So yes, there are things that we don't know that are going on fully. We know that there's a lot going on in the world. I mean, it's quite amazing how in July we've got prime ministers around the world, not just in the UK, but Sri Lanka and other countries are either resigning, disappearing, fleeing. It's quite amazing what's happened in July itself. So August is kind of, we'll probably be sitting back kind of going, that was a bit Should we just process that? I think we need to. So yes, for a lot of people, it's going to be about a processing month, and hence the learning, because processing is about learning as well, learning about ourselves, learning about how we intake that information that's been given to us in such a way. Now, I am aware that I ramble on these videos quite a lot, so I am going to try to keep it nice and short for everybody as well. So this is the card kind of upside down, which was another way of having it, and I still see it as a sponge, really, and it is going to be like a sponge-like quality, soaking everything in. But don't forget, when soaking everything in, can't hold everything. So what is it that you're going to have that bit of discrimination about what it is that you're going to hold on to. Not everything you can hold on to. And if you are at all sentimental, yes, if you're going to be, if you're going to be sentimental, if you are sentimental, and I'm one of those people, change can be quite difficult to manage, okay? And I do feel as though that this is going to be a month of subtle changes. July's been a month of not subtle changes on any level, but August is going to be still changes ticking along, but it's going to be much more calmer, relaxed. However, that does not mean that you can take the eye off the ball, okay? So let's go back to here, and the reason why I'm saying you can't take the eye off the ball, because don't forget, we've got these people here mulling around, working through this, working through your emotions, working through your intuition, and passing that all back to you for you to kind of process. And that's part of the learning, you know. Learning isn't just getting out books. Learning is a learning about yourself, learning about, oh my gosh, yes, I have got that intuition, I can do that. Or realizing, oh my gosh, how far have I come? I look like that, and now I'm this, and I used to do this. Why on earth did I do that? It may be to do with work, and you're going through new processes at work, or that you're kind of coming to that realization that the work that you're doing is great and you love it, by all means, but actually there's a different way of working around this, and it can be done a little bit easier, but you need cooperation, and this is where it comes in. You're not going to be alone, and I've said this right at the very beginning, and I'm going to say it again. You're not going to be alone through this process. Other people are going to go through this process slightly differently, so you may feel at times you are alone, but no, I feel as though this is going to be very much of everybody kind of going, whoa, what's just happened? What's happened to the first 7 months of this year? I mean, we have not really sat down still this year at all. I mean, I know that July has been a month of strikes. June's been a month of strikes. What has August got in tail for us? So let's have a look at also what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing kind of like, I said earlier on, I can see a gentleman's face. So it's young, there's this vibrancy, so therefore there's that energy as well, okay? That's going to be coming out. So use it, absolutely. Don't kind of go, oh, well, I can't do it because he's got a covered hat on. No, absolutely, no. Go for it. So this one here, which is a little mouse popping its head out, curiosity, but playfulness as well. So I feel as though, yes, on the spiritual side, yourself side, you may find that you just want that little bit of playfulness, and who doesn't when it's summertime? And again, I'm referring this to the UK. I'm really sorry for those in the Southern Hemisphere. I know it's your winter, but that does not mean that you can't have playfulness either. And that little bit of curiosity coming out. So yes, so it's that kind of, but also being cautious. All right, I want to say with both of these, it's kind of like, yes, I want to have fun and all the rest of it, but I have a feeling of cautiousness because, again, the Crocodile Dundee hat is oversized. So it kind of covers your eyes, so you're just kind of that little bit cautious about where is it I'm going. Keep focused on what you're needing to do. Keep it focused, please. And I know I'm probably going to struggle with this, I'm not going to lie. But yes, it's keeping it all about focus. There's some beautiful colours in here. Now, if you're wanting a set of these Perceptionary cards, it's very easy. Just go to the link below in the details, and I have put a link in there of where you can go to pick up your own pack of Perceptionary cards, because you're not going to find them on Amazon or Etsy or eBay or any of those big web selling sites, because I just felt that they were going to get lost in there. So literally, unless you see me personally face to face, and I do go around to different areas from time to time, and I do have packs with me. Just say, Emily, I've seen your cards, would love to have a pack. Collar me then, okay? Or better still, just go to the website and you can pick up your own pack there. All right, so you just press a button, voila, Bob's your uncle, really. So yeah, so try to make it as easy as possible. Would love to have your feedback. Now, for those who have used my cards, one of the feedbacks I've had is that this lovely lady, she wrote in, she said, I bought your cards, and I went, fabulous. And she said, here's a picture on my piano because I'm a music teacher. And I use your cards for inspiration for writing my own music. And I went, fabulous. And she said, but better than that, the children who I teach, I gave them a card and they wrote their own music to what inspired them from what they could see from the cards. So you see, these cards are not just about reading. You see, this is quite strong. I like it this way, right? It's very much a case of it being inspirational as well, giving you new ideas, getting you to think outside of the box. So there's many ways of using these cards, and obviously there's different way around of using them. I do like it this way, actually, looking at it, because it almost reminds me of, here's the bottom of the seabed, here's a vessel, and it's lying on its side, and there's something like a sponge, there's big sponges just growing on top of it. So yeah, it's amazing. If I turn it around, I see different things. Right, if I turn it around, can't see it. Well, yes, okay, yes, you sort of can. Right, I suddenly saw this as being a baby. Okay, this here is being an embryo, a child, a baby. Now with that comes in with new ideas again. Learning and development, and we're going through new stuff, we always are, but again, this is about nurturing. All of this, this whole card is about nurturing and looking after yourself in different ways. Okay, it's about listening to your spirituality, and for some people you'll be nurturing that, i.e. you. Okay, this is about you, not me, not Tom, Dick or Harry, but about you. Okay, the blue, that's about communicating, and you're going to need to communicate perhaps to others to let them know how you are feeling, to let them know what it is that you're going through, because they may be concerned because you're quiet and withdrawn. So look out for that. And a green, again, it's that very supportive colour. It's very nurturing, but again, it's going to be doing a lot of work for you, because that, again, is what you already know. That's that learning that you've already gone through. Okay, so a little bit of wisdom, a little bit more learning to do when we have a look at it that way around. But I think that's the way I had it, wasn't it? Because I like to see the gentleman, and I like to see the little mouse. I thought that was ever so cute, and also it had a kind of like a 3D effect on me, flashes of. So yes, so that is for August 2022. Please let me know what you think. I hope that you do enjoy these card readings. There's still the rest of the year to go through. Yeah, we'll see what happens next. So this is for August 2022. If you'd like a pack of these cards, please click below. There's also a link to my website as well. I look forward to hearing from you, and if not, enjoy buying your cards, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.